plaintiff, Vince Potter, says the defendant is his son, and he's an outstanding BMX rider who got a full scholarship to college. But Vince claims he got kicked out of college for marijuana use. Vince is suing his son today for car damages. Defendant Isaiah Potter says Vince was a great dad, and he grew up riding bikes with Vince, until Vince had a biking accident that left him paralyzed.
Start with you.
I'm a single father, Judge. I've had full custody of Isaiah since he and his late brother were 2 and 4 years old. They grew up in a great household out in the suburbs. Isaiah did very, very well in school. He was a and B student all through school, graduated high school with approximately 3.7 GPA.
Wow.
Went on to Marion University on a full bicycle scholarship in Indianapolis. And since then, he's kind of fallen off, Judge. He kind of thinks that he's been, number one, disrespectful at home, but he thinks that the bike riding is going to take him somewhere, and it only takes a very, very small percentage of people anywhere in life. He was put out of college, unfortunately.
Because of what?
His first semester for marijuana use.
They put the young man out for smoking marijuana, something that is now legal in most states. And so it's just bad. I don't like to hear that that's the reason. You're saying that's the only reason he was put out of the university?
Yes, sir, for a full ride scholarship.
How long ago? Wow.
In approximately 2014.
Because by 18, it was legal in many states.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And here they're putting this young man out. He still has a record of being expelled from the university. You need to look into that, particularly you, young man. You need to look into that in terms of having those eliminated from your college record if you're interested.
I got a year's worth of credit, so I finished a year. So I got college credits.
Okay, and you can transfer them. It's not too late. Or you can go back to the exact same school. And if it gets too tough, go to a civil rights organization that works on expunging records for marijuana use.
Defendant Isaiah Potter is being sued by his father, who claims Isaiah is extremely disrespectful in the home.
That's the only problem, to smoking marijuana?
Yes, I'm a recovering addict myself. I've been clean for a year and a month, longer than Isaiah's been alive. And that was the only problem.
You've been clean how long?
26 years and a few months.
Got it. All right. Yeah. Sounds like you go to NA still, because they count the months. In fact, they count all the way to the days. 26 years, 6 months, and 20 days. A lot of recovering addicts. So congratulations to you. And how long were you on drugs?
About 10, 15,
And how old was
years.
he doing? How old was he during those years?
Oh, I've been clean ever since Isaiah's been alive.
Got it. All right. Making sure he didn't see you or experience an addicted parent, because certainly you're going to be troubled.
He has never seen me pick up a mind or mood-altering substance.
Good enough. And your background should be a cautionary tale for him. All right. And give me some background on yourself, young man. Unless you had something else. Did he do something else you haven't finished? Has he carjacked, committed armed robbery, broken people's house, snatched purses, all of that?
None of that.
Okay, well.
None of that.
And is not a crackhead or a dope fiend?
No, sir.
You did a good job. And I don't know what else we're going to hear, but thus far you did a good job as a single father and a dope fiend at the same. Well, you wasn't a dope fiend while he was. All right. Were you crack or dope? What were you? Heroin or?
Trash can addict, Judge. I use most anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
So you was smoking the cotton off the carpet?
On occasion, if it was. Yeah.
Okay. See, people don't think I know what I'm talking about. You heard the man say on occasion.
Deal of the day,
think I'll
man.
be making that up. All right. So, at least now I like you even more. You have given receipts to what I say in here.
Yes, sir.
And that is that crackheads, they dig through the carpet and think they seeing something, and they pick up white cotton and put it in there until they throat burn. And they say this was cotton. All right. Give me some background, young man. But you see, I'm praising you. While we're having fun, I'm praising you that you didn't do any of that. Let me hear from you, though.
I'm Isaiah. I'm my dad's first son. We grew up riding bikes together. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we'd go to the bike track. All through
What type of bikes? You say bike track.
BMX bikes. So I ride like kind of like the X Games, like the half pipes and skate parks, and then they also have BMX racing that we do. I do both. I ride skate parks and I do BMX racing.
And what do you win typically?
So,
those races. What's the prize?
The next race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just asking. And, if there's a race.
If I do win, I got trophies, plaques.
But growing up, what do you feel about your being raised by a single father?
I always liked it. He always let me go to the skate park by myself. I had a little brother. He passed away in 2019.
From what?
He got into a car accident.
Oh.
So
2018.
So we rode together. I've been riding by myself since I was probably 14 years old. And that was right when I turned 16, 17. He had gotten into his accident. We were at the bike trails where we ride through the woods, go up and down jumps and stuff like that. So that happened when I was finishing up high school. So we all rode together up until that point. I was kind of riding on my own, traveling, going to different towns and stuff like that, just on my own like I normally do. And growing up, he gave us a lot of free time, a lot of time to build our own responsibility. Kind of just helped me accountable and responsible for myself.
What was your best skill in college, or your best grades, or best subject, the ones you liked and did the best in?
Sports.
Okay, how would you get paid for that when you finish?
Oh, when I finish
college or finish your training, how would you get paid for sports?
Oh, how would I get paid?
You said your favorite subject is sports, and that's what I'm saying. If you finish college, how did you intend to get paid in sports? I'm just wondering, are you someone who will make it to the NBA or something? I don't know about it, but
I just do my best.
Now, what career would you have? You said
I'd probably just be paying $600, $700 in rent. I'd be making it to bigger cities like Chicago,
okay.
LA.
That's your, all right. Very good. If $700 a month is good enough for you in rent in the rest of your life, no problem with me. If people don't have to want to eat steak. Some folks, they eat hamburger and they have less stress. So all you need is $700 a month in rent and you go. No problem. All right, tell me how he owes you the $3,649. I guess it ain't cool because you owe. All right, tell me how much.
Don't go away. More of Judge Mathis is coming up. Defendant Isaiah Potter is being sued by his father, who claims Isaiah is extremely disrespectful in the home.
The $3,649, how does he owe you for that?
May I also just introduce a video of Isaiah bicycle riding I brought? He's a phenomenal bicycle rider.
Let's see. Very skilled. All right, good job.
Thank you.
So tell me about the damages, car damages.
The vehicle, I had a 2004 Jetta that I had purchased from my cousin who lives up in, I believe, your neck of the woods, Detroit.
That's right.
Just outside of Detroit. Per Isaiah, he was out at a gas station one evening
What year?
in approximately April of 2014.
Okay.
There were a couple other young guys standing outside their car, playing the music loud. Once again, per Isaiah, he pulled up to the gas pump, accidentally clipped the mirror of my car on the other guy's car that had his door open and would not close it. Isaiah said he saw what he thought was a gun. He took off from the gas station, ran over something in my car, and ruined the transmission.
Good.
I brought evidence.
I'm sorry, I don't mean good because he ruined your transmission. I mean good that he ran and did not, I'm sure, didn't try and come back and retaliate.
No, he did not.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way to handle gunplay. You leave as fast as you can.
Correct.
Not try to play tough with, shoot me then, shoot me. All that, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared to die. All that old nonsense. So congratulations to you for raising a young man with good judgment in that way. And tell me he ran off and had an accident?
Yes, sir. Ran over something. He said it was a rock, ruined the transmission, broke the mirror off the car, and I have an estimate
Okay,
on
and that was, it occurred in 2014. I think you might be beyond the statute of limitations. You
It
said
might
it
be.
occurred in 2014?
approximately April of 2014.
Why waiting this long?
Just simply because I've been waiting.
Okay, unfortunately, you can't wait 8 years to sue someone who's done you wrong. You can't, I mean, anyone kind of know that, sir.
No, I wasn't aware of that.
How long did you thought you could sue a person for what they did at age 10? You thought you could sue them when they get 50?
Oh, no, sir. I just
Point. You
didn't
knew
know.
there was a limit.
Yes,
Okay, you just didn't know the limit.
correct.
All right, and I hate this term, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. Particularly when it's commonly known. And that's pretty much what that quote means, folks, is that when it's commonly known, that law, it's commonly known that you don't run a stop sign. You can't get to court and say, I didn't know. I never read that you couldn't run that stop sign and such and such. No, you know it's a generally accepted principle among most of society. And as such, you know there's that general understanding in society that there's a limit to the times you could sue. Just like there's a limit in the time you could even prosecute a person. And so certainly for a civil claim.
Defendant Isaiah Potter is being sued by his father, who claims Isaiah is extremely disrespectful in the home.
Do you want to say anything as to why you haven't paid?
Every year, we talk about things at home, in the house, have discussions, and I told him I was gonna get him the money the same week.
Okay, good enough. Has this been your demeanor all along? You kind of seem a little bashful and...
No one's really told me like no, so when I do, he just tells me no a lot. So that's
okay.
because
No, I was
that's
talking about...
that's my demeanor.
All right, good enough.
I
Has
was
he
hoping
been-
you could reach out to him, Judge,
Reach out to him about what?
about
You haven't
his,
told me anything. He sounds like a great kid so far. What is
about
he doing?
his disrespect in my
Disrespect
house.
how?
Telling me what he's going to
Well,
do.
then put him out.
Talking to him.
Put him out.
I have.
What else I need to talk to him about? If
About-
he's not respecting you, that sounds like your only problem with him. Because it sounds like a decent kid, might not have a great direction. Communication skills seem to be waning a little bit. So I don't know if you need to work in an area that requires
His
a lot of
communication.
communication. Pardon me?
His communicate. I'm always.
I'm
thorough.
talking about today, your presentation, sir. Talking about your presentation. And so you couldn't be a trial lawyer. That's kind of what I'm saying. You got to pick an area that matches your skills. And your skill might be in engineering, or it might be in whatever. But it's not law. It's not litigator. That takes a lot of communication skills. And has communication been the same, his skill
No.
level? It's gotten worse.
It's gotten worse.
Have you ever found him to be on opioids?
No.
Why do you think it changed?
I think he's suffering from PTSD.
From what?
That's my unprofessional opinion.
From what?
Not having a mother in his life growing up.
But you say his communication skills used to be all right.
Yep, in 2014, I became paralyzed. His brother died in 2018. Okay. Well, his best friend
so you think
died.
He suffers from depression?
I think so, yeah.
Have you encouraged him to get it checked out?
Yes, he won't.
Okay.
I check it out.
Good enough. It's going to hold you back, sir, unless you go and get it checked out. I'm glad that you tell me he had communication skills prior, and I don't know if it's drugs, opioids, or whatever. I'll just tell you, something is going on. I don't know if it is depression or if it's opioid use. I don't know. But the communication skills indicate there's something wrong. That's why I asked you, had he had better communication skills early in life? Yes. And you said yes. So something has happened. All right. Good luck to you. Your claim is dismissed because of the statute of limitations. All right.
Thank you, sir. Isaiah, you know I love you, and I want you to do better.
Actions speak louder than words. Every morning, what can I do? Every morning I wake up, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
Just do what I tell you to do. I'm your dad.
Okay. But recently you have been telling me to do nothing. You've been kicking me to the curb and been telling me no and no. What do you want me to do about that? Go cry about it again? Cry about it again? You want me to go cry about it again? You might be crying. It took you all the way up here for you to have some feeling. And I don't feel for that. I just don't feel for that because I'm always a hunter.